This is a morning breathwork routine for ankylosing spondylitis that's not only going to wake your brain up and get more oxygen to your brain, but it's going to establish healthy breathing throughout the day. Healthy breathing is by far the most important thing that you can do to regulate your inflammation response, and that's because deep, full breaths stimulate the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the main nerve that runs from your gut to your brain, and when we massage it from the inside out with the breath, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. We're able to get the stress hormones lower and just feel more relaxed throughout the day. And this is also a great exercise to get in tune with your body again and take note of where your pain is. When we feel the pain, we're gonna breathe into those spaces, breathe into that discomfort. And this is a great habit to build because we develop the habit of when we feel pain, we breathe less fully into it. We don't want to breathe into it because it agitates the pain. We want to go in the opposite direction. When we feel the pain, we breathe into it. And so the two positions that you spend most of your time in, obviously, is standing and sitting. And so we're going to do it in both. We're going to focus mainly on breathing in and out throughout the nose, because when we breathe in and out through the nose, it sends the signal to our body that we're not in a stressful state. When we mouth breathe, it sends the signal that we're being chased by a bear or something like that. We're in a high stress state. So we're going to breathe mostly in and out through the nose. And the other thing that we're going to focus on too is we're going to focus on engaging the fascial chain. And what that means is we're going to Kegel, so you're going to squeeze your anus, and that's going to anchor the root of the fascia, because your whole fascial network meets here. And then we're also going to push our tongue to the roof of the mouth most of the time to anchor the top of the fascial chain, because everything converges in here too. We're also going to do some mouth breathing so you can feel the difference and experience the difference. And it's also good when we do mouth breathing too to stick our tongue out, because that stretches the fascia where all of the fascia converges up top here. So let's start with the first session of breath work. And this is a quick 5-minute routine. And so no matter how busy your day is, you should be able to squeeze this in. All right, let's get started. The first set that we're gonna do is breathing in and out through the nose from a standing position. And I want you to take note of where you have tension. I tend to have tension in my diaphragm here. And I also have tension in my upper chest, where my biggest bend in my spine is. And so as I feel that tension and that discomfort, I'm gonna focus on breathing into those places. We're gonna do 20 breaths in and out through the nose slowly, in for 3 seconds and out for 3 seconds. And don't forget to Kegel and push the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Fill your belly first, and then breathe into any tension that's in your chest. And try to do it without having your shoulders raise, and do it with allowing your shoulders to raise. And feel how that affects your breathing and how comfortable it does feel. And when I do this, sometimes I'll stop Kegeling and I'll give myself the note to squeeze again and anchor the root of the fascia again. Now what we're going to do is breathe quickly in and out through the nose, and notice how that affects where the tension is, and if it produces any anxiety, if it makes you feel anxious at all. I want you to take note of that difference too. So we're going to do 10 to 20 breaths in and out through the nose quickly. And already you should start feeling a stronger connection with your breath. Go ahead and shake it out. Now what we're going to do is 3 breaths in and out through the nose, but we're going to hold for 3 seconds at the top, exhale, and then hold for 3 seconds at the bottom. And we're going to do this for 10 reps. In for 3 seconds, hold. Exhale for 3 seconds. And hold here for 3 seconds. And it's okay if you feel yourself getting a little bit lightheaded. Even after doing this every morning, depending on how much tension I have in my body, sometimes I'll feel myself getting a little bit lightheaded. So if that's the case, go ahead and stop, take a break, and restart. Next, we're going to do the same set from a sitting position. And you'll notice that the tension changes. For me, it's a lot harder for me to take a deep, full breath when I'm sitting. And one of my masseuses at one point, she's kind of a spiritual reflexology foot massage masseuse here in Bali, and she even told me, I don't know how she knew, but she said, you know what, after working on me, she was like, you know what, you hold your breath a lot when you are working at the computer, don't you? And she was totally right. And specifically in a seated position, I have a lot harder time, and you might notice that for yourself, and that's totally fine. So first, let's do 10 deep breaths in and out through the nose. 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. And don't forget to Kegel and push the tongue to the roof of your mouth. And play around with allowing your shoulders to raise or making sure that your shoulders stay back and relaxed and do not raise. Today I have quite a bit of tightness in my hips because I've been doing some running and playing paddle. And sitting cross-legged, like I am right now, I even feel my legs shaking a little bit depending on how far I'm tilting forward or how far I'm leaning back. And that's one of the other things that you can play around with from a seated position is how is your breathing affected when you lean forward or lean back? And now we're going to do 10 reps quickly in and out through the nose. And now 10 reps of box breathing, where we'll breathe in for 3 seconds, hold at the top for 3 seconds, breathe out for 3 seconds, hold for 3 seconds. And hold. And hold. All right, that's it for the seated position. And now we're going to really go at it with our mouth open. And I want you to stick your tongue out while you do this, because sticking your tongue out for a longer period of time stretches your fascia up at the top of the fascial chain also. And first we're going to do 10 breaths in and out through the mouth and slowly for 3 seconds, and then we'll do it in and out through the mouth quickly for 10 seconds. All right, for 10 seconds. All right, here we go. Yes, I meant 10 breaths, not 10 seconds. And there are a lot of bugs out right now, so I probably inhaled a bug or two. Now we're going to do 10 breaths quickly, in and out through the mouth. And you probably notice maybe your mouth feels a little bit drier, and definitely affects the mechanics of your breathing. You might notice that you're not able to breathe in and out as fully, and that's totally normal, and that's why we prefer, one of the reasons why it's better to breathe in and out through the nose, because you can get deeper, fuller breaths. Also, your nostrils filter the air, which is also a good thing. All right, let's do 10 quick ones in and out through the mouth. All right, now let's do the same thing from the sitting position, and let's notice how it affects the tightness in your body and how easy it is to take deep, full breaths. Ten breaths in and out through the mouth with your tongue out, 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. Shake it out. Now we'll do 10 quick ones. All right. That should help set you up for much healthier breathing throughout the day and help you manage your stress response throughout the day better as well. Anytime you feel stressed, breathe deeply in and out through the nose. You might not be in a place where you can breathe in and out through the mouth with your tongue real quickly. Breathing out in and out through your nose is better anyway for stress reduction. Hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.